Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. Far be it from me to disrespect the Pope. As a practicing Catholic, I am a dutiful Catholic. Therefore, I analyze comments from His Holiness for doctrine and for wisdom. If the Pope's comments lack both, then I discard them as just another opinion from just another man. That's what happened yesterday, although, of course, the mainstream media likes to paint a warped picture. Pope Francis said yesterday if President Trump is pro-life, then the president will keep DACA. Yet, Pope Francis admitted he doesn't know any specifics about DACA. The Pope said, and this is a quote, "I think this law comes not from Parliament, but from the executive. If that is so, I am hopeful that it will be rethought." Well, that is not so. The chief executive does not have the constitutional authority to endow legality on people. That is the role of the legislature. Pope Francis, with all due respect, got his facts wrong. Therefore, the Pope's "if Trump is pro-life, he'll keep DACA" comments, they mean nada. He's uneducated on this. Why is Pope Francis even being asked about this topic, you might ask? Great question. Liberal journalists know the Pope is politically liberal. They know they'll get a liberal answer to their question. They want to hold that answer over President Trump's head as a moral authority, but only when it's convenient. Let's take a second and look at what the Pope actually said. He said if President Trump is a good pro-lifer, he should understand that the family is the cradle of life and you must defend its unity. Funny how the mainstream media failed to report any of the far-reaching political implications of Pope Francis's statement. The family is the cradle of life and you must defend its unity. Do liberal politicos care about the Pope's view on abortion? Because it certainly applies here. Or marriage, sex, gender, parenting? Oh no, of course not, because those views don't line up with the liberal narrative. I wonder how many of the reporters gloating about the Pope dissing Trump have defended the unity of the family. How many of the politicos patting themselves on the back for agreeing with the Pope that Trump's wrong on DACA have stumped for a candidate who supports abortion? How many liberals who decry religion, tear down nativity scenes, sue football coaches for praying on the field, and shut down cake bakeries for declining to build custom wedding cakes for gay marriage ceremonies, how many of them are now touting Pope Francis as the be-all, end-all moral authority that Trump must follow? Yeah, that's what I thought. Liberals are quick to exploit religion when it suits their political narrative and quicker still to dump religion when it stands in the way of their politics. The Pope is the leader of the Catholic Church. He's not God. Everything the Pope says is not infallible. In fact, most popes never invoke papal infallibility, and I would challenge any of the reporters who claim that what the Pope says all Catholics must believe to name for me one instance when the Pope invoked infallibility. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't name one. If we as Catholics have done our due diligence and analyzed the Pope's statements for doctrine and for wisdom and found they lack both, we're free to discard his comments as just another opinion from just another man. The Pope is uneducated on DACA, and he said so himself. It's the mainstream media who's failing to report that part. And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.